I'm wrapping up this letter that I wrote you. Maybe it's the only way to cut through. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. Though it hurts, I only wish you blessings. When intuition talks, you gotta listen. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. 'Cause you build me up to break me down. Never respect the love you found. And I had a voice inside the back of my mind. I always knew it deep down. You don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh, no looking back this time. 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 Running from the truth was getting reckless. In your arms I never felt protected. Oh. 'Cause you don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh. No looking back this time. 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 No looking back this time.
Afternoon, afternoon, afternoon. I hope we are all well. I hope we are all well. Weather is nice. Everybody's excited. Football's back. Football is back. And Liverpool will be kicking off tonight at 8 o'clock against Bournemouth at Anfield. This show today is going to be a match preview, but I'm also going to go through a little bit of the news which has dropped over the last 24 hours. If you haven't hit the like, subscribe, please do. I'd also like to thank my sponsor for today's show, which is Match Bingo. The QR code is on the screen and the link is in my description, and I will cover more about Match Bingo later on in the show. But I hope you're all well. I hope you are all well. let's do a couple of shout outs while we start. Big up Redbird. Big up Stephen. Big up Polo. I didn't live that far away from there, by the way. I'm just saying. Big up Magnus. Also, big up Danino from Jamaica. Good to have you in. Big up Jen Rev. Loads of new names I've seen, by the way, so big up you. And also big up Eugene, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Also Charcoal. Storm in a Teacup. A couple more that have just arrived. Brett and Jimmy. Good to have you all on board. Good to have you all on board for today's show. A couple more dropping in. Also big up Tony. Vernon. Get your hellos in. Get your hellos in early, and I'll always give you a shout out. That's how I do things early on. Also big up Harrison, one of my members, one of my first members. Big up Harrison. Also remember, if you want to join my membership, you get full access to all of my membership videos. I've done quite a few now. Some are around stadium tours, museum tours, some about the parade, inside the parade, and also the interesting one, which is every Sunday I do a 2-hour show called Conspiracies and Rabbit Holes, which all of my members get involved in, and all of my members actually contribute to the content. So if you want to become a member, it's 99p. Hit the membership link and enjoy that as well. Some of the stuff that I offer, big up Oster, big up Stewards, also big up Aisha. Great to have everybody on board. Okay, so let's get into it. Only want to do about an hour today. Promised the wife I'll take her shopping this afternoon, so got to live up to my standards, so I will do that. I wanted to go through a little bit of the news, and then I wanted to do a little bit of a dive into some of the interesting statistics and facts and team news about tonight. Just a couple more shout outs. Mark and also Christian. Great. If you haven't hit the likes, please hit the likes. Let's get them up. Any mods in here now, run the likes, please. Really appreciate it. Looking to get over 100 in every show. Really helps with the algorithm. I'm glad you love the conspiracy show. My wife loves the fact that I do it because I don't talk to her about the conspiracies now, which used to do a head in. So I talk to everybody else about them now. I also wanted to say, like, if my mouth looks a little bit wonky on one side, it's because I went to the dentist this morning and had loads of numbing in my face. It's still a little bit wonky. Also, big up USA Copy, another one of my members. Okay, let's get on to some stuff then. So we should all probably talk about this one. Ben Doak. So exclusive in The Guardian, Bournemouth closing in on a deal to sign Ben Doak for 25 million. Okay, this is a real link. This is a real link, and this is something that could possibly happen. It's not only reported by The Guardian now, it's also reported by another outlet as well. Let me just find it, 2 seconds. I've literally just downloaded it. Where is it? Is it just... Was it just The Guardian? I remember seeing it in another outlet. Was it IndyColor? I think it was IndyColor, you know. I think IndyColor was talking about Ben Doak. to Bournemouth a couple of days ago? It was. It was Indy Calla. This was Indy Calla about 3 or 4 days ago. Exclusive. Bournemouth contacted Liverpool about Ben Doak, 20 to 25 million. No way. Indy Calla ahead of the Guardian on that one. Also, look, the Ben Doak potential sale isn't something new. Like, it's not something that we didn't know was going to happen. Like, we genuinely thought that the Ben Doak deal will probably happen. He probably will be sold. We rejected 15 million last season from Crystal Palace and a couple of other clubs. So this one was probably going to happen. What I do find interesting though is this one. Let me just pop this one out. Is it this one here? Yeah. So this is the one which I find interesting. Is Dango Utare from Bournemouth to Brentford for 37 million fixed fee. Atara wanted the move and green light arrives for travel and medical tests. Dango and his agents are on their way. Info follows soon. Okay, so this is kind of the dominoes effect, which I want to talk about quickly. So Dango Utara is a winger as well. He can play wide, he can play centre, okay? This guy's been on the fringes of the Bournemouth team because he can't get in ahead of Semenyo, Cliver, and who's the Brazilian guy that got up front? It's not Edison. Anyway, the Brazilian international striker. He can't get in ahead of those three. So he's been on the fringes of the team. For Bournemouth to get 37 million for him is ridiculous. I think they only paid about 20. So they're almost doubling the money. So this one makes a lot of sense. If he goes, which he is, I mean, he's literally on he's Ivan Nielsen, big up boss there, Ivan Nielsen. Yeah. So he's another striker you can't get ahead of. He's on his way to Brentford to basically replace I've literally forgot everybody's name today. He's going to Brentford to replace Johan Wissa. And then Johan Wissa's going to Newcastle to replace Alexander Isak. And then Alexander Isak is then coming to Liverpool. That's kind of how the merry-go-round looks like it's going to work. So this is an interesting one that Ataru's going and Ben Doak will be replacing him because Ben Doak's a fringe player as well. He's going to be a bit part player. But Ataru didn't want to be a bit part player anymore. He wanted to play more games and he didn't. So this makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. And it's the fact that there was quite a few Premier League teams that were interested in Ben Doak. Crystal Palace, Ipswich when they were in the Premier League. I can't remember, there's one other team. There was Bournemouth and there was one other team that were interested as well in Ben Doak last season from the Premier League. So this one makes a lot of sense. It does. And if we can get 25 million, then that's great money. And if you look at Bournemouth are flush. Like, they've got a lot of money. Like, they've just sold about £200 million worth of players. They've just sold about £200 million worth of players. So they bought a £47 million defender and they're potentially going to get a £25 million winger. Remember, Ben Doak can play on the right and the left. Okay, don't write the fact that Ben Doak hasn't played much games on the left. He can play left and right. And according to Football Manager, not me, according to Football Manager, he's also accomplished as a striker. He can also play as a striker. And I think he's played as a striker for Scotland before. So, and he's only 19. he's a guy that you could kind of mold if you really wanted to. Like, he's a guy you can really mold if you wanted to. I will say one more thing though, and this is just speculation. Okay, don't read into this. Don't read into this like it's happening. Okay, but I will say one more thing, and I'll bring up the Wataru stuff. So Wataru, 24 hours. Vissa not even in the squad. Vissa is going to be a Newcastle player in the next week. Okay, that I can guarantee. Vissa to Newcastle is going to happen. All right. But what I will say is Semenyo was linked with Liverpool. Okay, Semenyo was linked with Liverpool for quite a while. Okay, and I get it. I get his price is high, and I get the fact that he's just signed a new contract. Arnie Slaughter said that he needs one more striker. He needs more attackers. That's what he said. I need more attackers. Read into it what you want. Read into it how you want to read into it. But if Antonio Semenyo is a possibility, if that's a possibility for Liverpool, do not be surprised if we knock on that door. Do not be surprised if we kick those tyres, because he's a player that we've liked. He ticks all the boxes for how long he's been in the Premier League. His numbers are decent. He's coming from a team where he can integrate quite well. I think he's only 25. Antonio Semenyo is definitely a player that Liverpool do would like. So I'm just saying, if Bendo goes there, and maybe they get one more, they are looking at Adil from Bayer Leverkusen, who's another striker. They are looking at Adil from Bayer Leverkusen for 26 million. Semenyo could be that one player who can play left and right that nobody's talking about. Like, it's not been mentioned. Like, he's not been mentioned with anybody. Like, Manchester United looked at him, that got poo-pooed straight away. Like, then he's not been linked with anybody. I know he's just signed a new deal, but has he just signed a new deal so they get more money? So I'm just saying it's another player that's not been linked with anywhere, but it's also a player that we have looked at consistently. We like Semenyo. If Richard Hughes wanted Semenyo, we could make that happen. Richard Hughes could make that deal happen because he made the Semenyo to Bournemouth deal happen. I know. I said Eze last night as well. I'm putting out other players because I still feel we need one more, and we're about to lose Ben Doak. Like we're literally like, I was talking last night like Ben Doak was going to stay, and now Ben Doak's potentially linked moving to Bournemouth. So I am talking about the fact that more players are probably going to be needed. Otherwise, we are really light. Like, we are really light. Like, genuinely, we'll have Ekatike, Salah, Cody Gapco, Rio Gagamoa, and if we get Isaac, and then what? Who else? Like, there's no one else. Like, Bendo's potentially going to Bournemouth, and Bendo's not really been talked about being in the team anyway, to be fair. Chiesa's massively linked away again, and I'll show you that now. Chiesa's heavily linked at going now. Like, this is now a formality. Like, this has now popped up again that Chiesa is heavily linked. Let me just get you the stats on that. So that's Butara stuff. That's the Guardian. That's, where's the Chiesa stuff? Let me just find you the Chiesa stuff, 2 seconds. I can't find you the Chiesa stuff. Hang on. Okay, leave the Chiesa stuff for a minute. Okay, so let's move on to more of the news. So Fabrizio Romano, Newcastle are preparing to move quickly to secure the deal for Johan Visser. The Isaac dominoes are falling into place. Okay, more stuff from Fabrizio. Isaac's out of the game against Aston Villa at the weekends. There was a couple more that I thought were quite interesting. This one was interesting that I thought I'd show you. Adam Wharton's rated at 100 million by Crystal Palace, by the way. So for everybody talking about we need Adam Wharton, like, I'm not sure that one's ever going to happen. And I don't want to break your heart, but Real Madrid are heavily linked with him now. But it will be a deal for next year. And I mean, the reason why I say it is because I'm just not really sure where it goes. Like, Gravenberch is just a good testament of why they're not bothered with midfield. Like, let's see what happens next year on a potential Wharton move, but Wharton's going to cost 100 million. Wharton's going to cost 100 million. I think this one's quite interesting that Edison Alvarez is expected to leave. Like West Ham are selling a lot of players, which I find odd. Like, there's a lot of teams that are making themselves weaker. Like Manchester City, this one's I find interesting. They didn't find a right back, so they're going to play Mateus Nunes, John Stones, or Manuel Akanji as right back from Gillian Balagay. So Nunes is going to end up as Man City's right back next season. They haven't got a right back. I find that really interesting that they haven't managed to find someone to be in that position. And also, it's now been announced by Craig Hope that Alexander Isak is now on strike. Isak does not want to train with Newcastle squad and rules him out of the fixtures for the foreseeable future, while the club continue to pay his £140,000 a week wages. They're still paying him, but he's on strike. Interesting. Find that interesting. I also find this one interesting as well. Anna Shearer was asked, who will win the Golden Boot this season? Notice the way he didn't say Alexander Isak. He said Mo Salah. And also Big Zoo. Who do you think will win the Premier League? Liverpool. Slot second season, I reckon it's game over. And if you haven't seen it, have a look at the charity game. And Izu and Big Zoo scores the winner. Absolute banger of a goal on the near post. Funny. Also wanted to bring this one up as well. Just nice. Mo Salah. Forever 20 in there as well. Liverpool just being a bit classy. It's got Ekatike in there as well, just in case you thought that was Rio Gigamoa. It's not. That's Ekatike. And Steven Gerrard was asked predictions for the season's top 5: Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Spurs. It's pretty much what I said as well, to be honest. Don't disagree. Don't really disagree with that. Also wanted to bring this one up as well, because we haven't even got Isak yet, but just if we got Guehi for 40 million euros, it'll take our spending to 334 million euros. And I know there's net spend, I get that, but it will be the fourth highest club spend in history. Like, in history, like in any transfer window ever. Chelsea's is top with 464. Al Hilal's is 353. PSG's is 350. And ours would be 334. But if we signed Isaac as well, that would take us near Chelsea's, which means it could be the highest spending transfer window in history that Liverpool do, which would be hilarious, because that would just all of the rival fans would just be falling over and pissing their pants and complaining and moaning and everything, saying we bought the league, and it would just be hilarious. It would just be hilarious. It just would. And then you've also got new guy Leone. 2023, my idol is Van Dijk. 2025, joining Liverpool to learn off his idol. Oh, funny. Absolutely hilarious. I love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so we're 26 minutes in, 150 viewing here. Really appreciate it. Have I got any super chats or members? Let me have a quick look. Big up Honey Badger for becoming a member. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Anyone else want to drop memberships or a super chat? Do it now, because I'm about to get into the game and a match review. So if you want to do that now before I start. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Think about that. Okay, I've also got this one to drop as well, which is from Lewis Steele. I'm just going to share my screen. I'm going to do a bit of screen sharing in a minute. This one from Lewis Steele. Liverpool believe they have pulled off an almighty coup. In fact, they think that they are signing the best young defender on the market. Parma wanted 35 million for Giovanni Leone, but a deal has been done for 25.8. Like, look, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Like, I just don't know what to say about Richard Hughes at the moment. Like, he is just, I don't know what to say. Like, he's literally just, he's just unbelievable at signing players and selling players. Like, he's got to be the best in the business. Like, everybody wanted Leone. There were 7 Italian clubs, and there was Manchester United and Newcastle. All wanted Leone, and Parma wanted 35 million, and we've got him for 25. Like, we've got him for 10 million less. Like, I don't know how he does it. Like, do you really think we're going to spend 150 million on Isaac? Do you really think Newcastle are going to get what they want? Because they're just not. We're probably going to get Isaac for about 125, which is what I've always said is going to be the magic number. And we're probably going to get 25 million for Ben Doak that we paid 500,000 for 2 years ago. Like, it's just insane. Like, and we're probably going to get Mark Guehi for 35 million, and they want 55. Like, you know, it's just, it's hard to even comprehend. He's going into a room and he's just literally bossing the room. Like apparently he went into the Bayern Munich thing with Luis Diaz, and Bayern Munich didn't have any say whatsoever on that deal. He just walked in and just bossed everyone around And in the end, Bayern Munich were like, we've just been robbed. Like, we've just been robbed. And he even put a sell-on clause because he's got the impression that he's going to go to Saudi Arabia in 2 years. So there's going to be a lot of value on that. So we got that included as well. Like, honestly, it's an absolute madness. Like 20% sell on Tyler Morton, who cost us nothing, and we're selling him for 15 million. Like I know Darwin Núñez. We lost some money. I know we lost some money on Darwin Núñez. But is anybody thinking of the bigger picture here? Darwin Núñez could have been the deal which gets us Isaac because of PIF. This could have been the deal which gets us Isaac because we've given someone from PIF who may have some clout at Newcastle a player a lot cheaper than we could have sold in other countries, and it's a case of, look, we're giving you Núñez on the cheap here, like sort out Newcastle, will you? You don't know. You just don't know what's happened behind the scenes. I'm going to do the memberships now. Massive thanks to Bernard. Big up Bernard for the 10 memberships. Everybody who's now a member, whack it in the chat. Winner, chicken dinner. And also, thank you so much, Jen, for the 5 super chats as well. Super chats? For the 5 memberships. Everybody who's now a member, stick it in the chat. Winner, chicken dinner. You absolute legends, you. Thank you so much for those 15 memberships. They will be gobbled up nicely, and I hope you enjoy the membership only video, which will be on Sunday. I might talk a little bit about the football, but probably not. And we'll jump into more conspiracy stuff as we go along. Anyway, yeah. So I just wanted to just big up Richard Hughes again, just for doing a madness, and yeah, getting Leone for 10 million less than they wanted. Like, what on earth have we unleashed? We've unleashed an absolute monster. We really have. Okay, then. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do some screen sharing, and we're going to have a little chat about the games. So the game, where is it? So I'm going to go on to Opta, the analyst. I'm going to have a look at this. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to get the match bingo out of the way. Takes up too much space. Can I hide that? Yeah, that takes up too much space. So let's have a conversation around this. Okay, so the Opta supercomputer makes Liverpool 69.4% favourites to win this game against Bournemouth. The Reds have won their last 6 home league games against Bournemouth by an aggregate of 23 goals to 2. Like, honestly, Mohamed Salah is the Premier League's top goal scorer and leading player for goal contributions on match day 1. Mo Salah's got 9 goals in the first in 10 seasons at Liverpool, I believe. He could go on to take over that record and go on to 10 goals, which would be 2 goals more than Rooney. So there's a lot of catching up by a lot of players to even get close to him. In 2025-2026 Premier League season begins Friday night with Liverpool and Bournemouth. History is very much on the sides of the Reds in 2 ways. Not only do they have a strong record on match day 1, but defending champions do overall in the Premier League as well. Liverpool haven't lost their opening league game in the last 12 seasons, winning 9 of them. The last campaign start was loss was 2012-13, Brendan Rodgers' first season in charge, when they lost 3-0 at West Brom. West Brom! Oh, Rodgers was arse, I'm telling you sometimes. The Reds' unbeaten stretch is the longest current run without defeat on a match day opener for any Premier League side. There has been very few instances where title holders suffering their first league match following their campaign. The collective record reads 26 wins, 4 draws and just 3 defeats across 33 previous Premier League campaigns. If anything can give the Cherries a glimmer of hope, it's that the losses all occurred within the last 9 campaigns. Leicester City were first to lose, Chelsea and then Manchester City. In fairness to Bournemouth, they haven't lost their opening league match in any of the last 7 campaigns, so they are on a decent run themselves. Coincidentally, alongside Liverpool, their last such loss also occurred at the Hawthorns, where they were beaten 1-0. So they lost to West Brom as well, their last opener. It doesn't seem to matter which point Bournemouth face Liverpool in the season, though. They almost always suffer a defeat. The Reds have won 11 of the last 12 meetings in the Premier League. They also won a cup tie on the South Coast in that period, on their way to lifting the Carabao Cup in 2023-24. Their record in this fixture at Anfield is even more dominant. Bournemouth have taken just 1 point from 24 available at Liverpool, losing their last 6 visits in an aggregate score of 23-2. As with many opponents of the Reds, a huge part of the Cherries' problem has been the unstoppable form of Mo Salah. He scored 11 Premier League goals against them, more than any other player. The Egyptian King was also a phenomenal record in home matches. Salah has scored 105 league goals at Anfield, with only Sergio Aguero with 106 at the Etihad and Thierry Henry with 114 at Highbury, netting more goals at a single venue in the history of the Premier League. So I just wanted to touch on that. Mo Salah can break another record this season. He hasn't broken enough records, but he can actually break Thierry Henry's record of 114 goals. So Mo Salah needs, he's on 105, so he needs 10. He needs 10 goals, Mo Salah. 10 goals at Anfield to break Thierry Henry's all-time record of 114. Just putting it out there. Okay? And he can level Sergio Aguero's if he scores on Friday. Where is it? The Egyptian King has a phenomenal record. Okay, I've done that. Most worrying for Bournemouth ahead of this match is the 33-year-old's fondness for the opening weekend of a new season. Salah has scored more goals, 9, and registered 1 more goal involvement, 14, on the first match days of the Premier League campaign than any other player, with only Paul Pogba, 6, registering more assists on match day 1. So if he gets another assist, then he matches Paul Pogba, which is interesting. Andre Areola cannot call upon his own goal machine either. Justin Kluivert top scored for the Cherries with 12, but he is only one of 5 players very unlikely to make the trip to Anfield. Ryan Christie, Kluivert, Lewis Cook, Luis Sestera, and Enes Unal are also not expected to feature due to injury. Liverpool are only missing Ryan Gravenberch with a suspension. Conor Bradley and Joe Gomez are sidelined with fitness issues. The Liverpool manager will at least be able to show off his shiny new toys. Florian Wirtz was only one of 6 players to register double figures for most goals and assists in the top 5 European league last season. He delivered 10 goals and 12 assists respectively. The Reds' record signing could also become the third German player to score on his Premier League debut after Jurgen Klinsmann and Ilkay Gundogan. Bournemouth won 2-0 against Leicester in their final 2024-2025 game, but haven't won consecutive Premier League matches since January. With history and injuries against them, it's very hard to see their run ending here. Liverpool versus Bournemouth head-to-head. The head-to-head between these teams has been utterly dominated by Liverpool, especially at Anfield. Bournemouth have just 1 point from their last 8 Premier League trips to Anfield, while they have lost 5 straight in all competitions since a 1-0 victory at the Vitality Stadium in March 2023. Liverpool have won this fixture 3-0 last season, albeit their goals were scored by Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez, who have since left the club. The return fixture in February saw a 2-0 away win to the Reds thanks to a brace from Mo Salah. One of the biggest wins in Premier League history occurred in the exact fixture at Anfield only 3 years ago too. Liverpool beat Bournemouth 9-0 and remains one of only 4 games to have a 9-goal margin in Premier League history. And that was the 9-0 game. The XG in that game was only 3.3 and we scored 9 goals. Let's just let that one sink in. Yeah, the XG for that game was 3.3 and we scored 9. Like, that was a deadly game, an absolute deadly game. We had 19 shots and 12 on target and we scored 9. Mental, absolutely mental. Oh, big up Holly for becoming a member. Yeah. Okay, let me continue. Liverpool are given a 69.4% chance of starting their Premier League title defence with 3 points, in the opinion of the Opta supercomputer. Its 10,000 simulations saw the team end all squares 16.9% of the time, while the remaining 13.7% seeing a victory for Bournemouth. As the Cherries are winless across the 11 visits they have made at Anfield in their history, everything is pointing towards a Liverpool win. 69.4% chance. Like, that is mental. I'm sorry, that's mental. Liverpool versus Bournemouth predicted lineups. Liverpool's lineup is most likely going to be Alisson Becker, Milos Kerkez, Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate, Jerome Frimpong, Dominic Szoboszlai filling in for Ryan Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, Cody Gakpo, Florian Wirtz, Mo Salah, and Hugo Ekitike. I actually think Alexis McAllister is probably going to play instead of Curtis. I've got a sneaky feeling that McAllister will play instead of Curtis. I just want to put that out there. And then Bournemouth's team will be their new goalkeeper, Petrovic, another new player, Truffert, Sensi, who's a terrible player, Jordan Hill, who I've never heard of, Adam Smith, who I've seen get red cards and give penalties away, Tyler Adams, who I think is a good player, Alex Scott, who I think is a good player, Danjo Atara, who's not going to be there now because he's having a medical, Antonio Semenyo, Marcus Tavernier, and Evan Nielsen. So they need to replace Atara with someone, and I'm not sure who that is. But I'm also going to have a look at another Liverpool. 2 seconds. So I thought that was a bit of my tooth. Okay, so this is the key stats to know ahead of the Premier League opener. This is from Liverpool FC's website. I don't think I need to know about this, but we can look at this bit here, which is No, it's exactly the same. I know there's a bit at the end here which I wanted to talk about. Okay. If Curtis Jones, Cody Gakpo, or Dominic Szoboszlai score, they will join 15 other players in Liverpool's history to have netted on all 7 days of the week. The last to do so being Virgil van Dijk last season. So that was an interesting fact that I wanted to show you. I also wanted to share this. So this is the opposition. Liverpool do a good preview, by the way, on their website. So, some of the summer business was Milos Kerkez left. Notable other players to leave were Dean Huijsen, Zabani, who've also left. The Cherries have made additions in Bafodi Dekate from Lille and Adrian Truffert from Stade Rennes, and also goalkeeper Dorjan Petrovic. So they've signed 3 players. He's a centre-back. He's a left-back. And obviously a goalkeeper. Team news is... where is it? So Unal's got a long-term absence with a cruciate ligament. Clauver, Christie, Cook, and Cicera are all out. Atara will miss the trip because he's having a medical. Have they got any other players that we've mentioned? No. So what I wanted to do, sorry, bear with me. I wanted to quickly look at their team. So bear with me. So this is Sportmole. This is another good one as well. For match previews. Where is it? Team news. No, they've got Atara in there as well. Hang on a sec. So if they haven't got Atara, I'm going to see who they can replace him with. So their squad. I mean, this is old. Kerkez is gone. Jadon Anthony. I think Jadon Anthony's been sold. Has he? Has he been sold? Jebson, I believe, is out on loan. Right, bear with me. Okay, bear with me because that one's come quite quickly. The fact that Atara's not going to be there. So I'm just going to have a quick look to see who is going to be at Bournemouth, like who Bournemouth replace him with. So bear with me. I'm just going to have a look on. FB Ref to see who's going to be replaced. Who's going to replace Atari? 2 seconds. So let's have a look at Bournemouth squad. Get rid of that. Let me pause that. Okay, where's this squad? Right, I don't want to look at that. I want to look at this squad. Why isn't it showing me this squad? Premier League. Pause. What? I don't want to look at that. I want to look at the squad. Okay, so let's look at Bournemouth. Okay. All right, so this is the Bournemouth. This is the Bournemouth squad. Right. I don't know why their team split up like this. Okay, so Kirkes isn't there anymore. So let's just put it in position. So there's all the goalkeepers. They haven't got Kepa. They haven't got Travers. They haven't got Neto. I mean, they're missing quite a few players here. So let's have a look at their forward line. So Semenyo's there, and Evan Nielsen's there. Ataru's going. Jebson. I think Jebson's on loan. I don't know who Dottin is. I don't know who Zubiri is. I don't know who Ajadi is. Maybe they play Brooks. Maybe they play Brooks. They didn't have Jaden Anthony. Can he play? Can he play wide? Can he play wide? Maybe he can play wide. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to have. Croupier could play as well. That's a good point. He could play. That's a good point. He could play. That's an interesting one. Like, it's an interesting one with their squad. It's an interesting one with their squad. I'm looking on Transfermarkt. So I'm going to have a look on Transfermarkt. I'm really interested to see who could potentially play. So I'm looking on Transfermarkt. So that's obviously the goalkeeper position. Goalkeeper centre back. So he's 24. That centre back they got. Obviously, Wataru's a left winger. Okay, he's a left winger. Semenyo could switch over to the left. Actually, he could just go on the right. Tavernier could play. He's injured. David Brooks. El Croupier's a centre forward. Yeah, so it would be Brooks. It would be Brooks that will come in to replace Atara. Yeah, so it'd be it would be Brooks, or maybe he might get played. Roman Favre, whoever he is. Yeah, so it would be Brooks. God, they've got. So Araujo's injured as well because they're playing Adam Smith, who's 34. Like, should be able to get at him. James Hill, never heard of him. He's not a great player, Sensi. I know that. Really interesting game. Like it could be. I don't know what score it could be, to be honest. But they got a weaker team, like a much weaker team now. Like they're missing Kirkes, who's solid. Kepa, who was really good for them. Dean Huyson, who was brilliant. Zabani, who was better than Dean Huyson. They're missing all of those players. And they're also missing Cook, who's another good player, midfielder. So that's an interesting one. It's interesting. Liverpool have got pretty much full strength apart from Graf. Really interesting. Anyway, I haven't got much else to cover today, but I'll do a little walkover on AI. I'm not going to cover the Arnie Slot and the what's her name interview. I'm not going to cover that. There's no point. There's just no point. But what I will do is I will do I'll do a screen share now, and we can quickly have a look at just putting it into AI. Okay, I just put it into AI, and these are all the rumours that came up. Okay, these are all the rumours that came up. Okay, on AI. So Liverpool are reportedly close to finalising deals for Giovanni Leone and Mark Weahey, with the latter's transfer potentially hinging on a £35 million agreement. There's also ongoing discussions, potential bids for Alexander Isak through Newcastle's stance to the key factor. Moves away, including Kostas Tsimikas and Ben Doak. Leone's done. Mark Weahey, 35 million. There was breakthrough a couple of days ago, and then it's gone on hold again. I think we're probably just getting Leone done, and then we'll sort that out. Kostas, talks ongoing. I don't know who that's with. Ben Doak, 25 million exit. Other transfer news, Antonio Semenyo, despite recent signings on a new deal, Liverpool reportedly interest, though its valuation is expected to be higher. I've just done that. I've literally just typed the search in. Okay? Like I'm not indie color, okay? I just typed the search in. I was talking about Semenyo at the start before I even typed the search in. Harvey Elliott interest is growing, and obviously Trey Ione, we're looking for a strong pre-season. After a strong pre-season, he's probably going to stay. I think Forest do want Kostas, and I think Forest have been rejected on a deal for another left back, I believe, but I can't remember who that was. But they've been rejected, so that is an interesting one. That's all I've got for you. Give me your predictions in the chat. What score do you think it will be tonight? I've got 3 minutes left. What score do you think it will be tonight? What score in the chat? I'm gonna say I think it will be 2-0. 2-0 Liverpool, and I think it'll be Mo Salah and Ekitike. And I think both assists will come from Wirtz. I've literally just laid out the whole game. But I think it'll be 2-0. 2-0. Mo Salah, Ekitike, and Wirtz with both assists. 3-1. 4-0. 4-1. Confident. 6-0. Bloody hell. Really? 4-0. There's what is in the back of your shirt? I don't have anything wrote on the back of my shirt. Do you want to see what's behind me? Is that what you're interested in? I've got nothing on the back of my shirt. I've got nothing. 10-0. 5-0. 5-0. Ekitike hat-trick and a Wirtz brace. Wow, you haven't even got Mo Salah on there. 2-1 Liverpool. 3-1 Liverpool. 3-0. Ekitike with a double. I'm loving the confidence in Ekitike now. I'm loving that confidence in Ekitike. It's great to see, and it will really help him. It will really help him. I know there's a couple of people live right now, and I'm going to obviously divert you over to Donny Sam, who's probably live. I'll be on Don's show later at 11 o'clock, by the way. I did want to do a quick shout out, though. Is a big shout out to Match Bingo. Let me just bring them back up again. Sorry. Big shout out to Match Bingo. You can scan the QR code today if you want to get involved. There's 65 people in the game tonight who are involved. Jump on board. £5 bet. £5 purchase, £10 you'll get back for your bingo cards. Bingo cards are only £2 each. If you buy 4, you get one free. I'm involved tonight. I've got 3 cards. I won at the Community Shield. I won like 12 quid. And then I also won in another game where I won 20 quid. You can just play normal bingo, where it just picks a random day from last year, and it goes through all of the goals that went in, and it all adds up on your card because it has all of the teams randomly. So you can play that, or you can play the game tonight. Get involved. Scan the QR code now, or use the link that's in my chat. And I'd like to thank Match Bingo for sponsoring my show today. Remember, gamble responsibly. There's a £250 pot that's available tonight. Get involved. Scan the QR code now while I'm here, because I'm about to end the show. I will be on Don's show later. I'm not doing a watch along. I don't enjoy watch alongs. I just don't enjoy them. So I won't be doing a watch along, but I'll be doing match preview and I'll be doing a match review. Tomorrow, if I've got time, I'll do a match review. But if not, then I'll do that probably on Monday. But I will be doing a Sunday show for Conspiracies and Rabbit Holes. I have over 350 members now. Over 350 members now, which is amazing. Thank you so much for becoming members. Another 17 members subscribed today. And I appreciate it so much for the memberships. Big up all the members and big up all the people that have dropped their memberships today, and also the super chats. I wanted to just quickly check on my subscribers because I'm literally about 8 subscribers away from 1,800. So if we can get to 1,800 now, I'm 9. I am 9 subscribers away. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button now. Please. I'm 9 subscribers away from 1,800. So please do that. Also, big up Jamie. Hope you are well, mate. Chat to you tonight, buddy. I don't know. Maybe I could. I'll ask Jamie, but I'm too emotional, mate. I'm way too emotional. I end up saying crazy stuff. Somebody's just unsubscribed to me. That's cold. That's cold. Someone's just unsubscribed. So I asked for a subscriber and someone unsubscribed. All right. I know it's going to take time. Okay. I was after 10. It's cool. All right. So I'm going to transfer you over to another show now. Let me just see who's live. 2 seconds. Who is live? All right, so I'm going to send you over to Coppish. Dom and Tom Little are on there now, so I'm going to send you over to Coppish. Sticking came at Raid. I'm just going to do that now. So sending you over there. Sending you over to Coppish. Came at Raid. Stick it in the chat. Appreciate it. You all have a lovely day, and I will see you all later on. Enjoy the game and enjoy the tributes for Jota as well. All right. Hopefully that will be the last of them. Because they can't continue all season, because it's wrong to continue that all season. So let's just see it off the right way today and then start the season. Okay, so let's get on with it. All right. Take care. Have a great day. I'm going out now to buy stuff with the wife. Spooky stuff to go in the background probably. And you all have a lovely time. And I'm sending you over to Coppish. So Kmat Raid. Catch you later. Take care. Bye-bye.